got some new sounds to filter out. I got myself an air filter, breathing a lot better. I've got the AC going. So what I do is I record extended silence of myself. Then you just go to noise reduction, select the non-speaking portion to isolate those noises, and you reduce it. I wish it was a lot easier to download stuff, but it just simply takes too much time. So I'm going to grab some audio. These fools put on long shows. I'm not going to download the whole thing just to get a little clip here and there. I've got 2 audio portions to share. Here's Convo Couch vouching for Annie Jacobsen. They're also pointing out how Burmis and Steve Poikonen, Slow News Day, are also promoting Disinfo shill Annie Jacobsen. What a coincidence. It's like my second most popular video on my channel is on Annie Jacobsen. I exposed her as a Disinfo shill. The greatness of that video was that she was peddling the crapola on CBS News. I'm not talking some backwater conspiracy rat hole crap supervised by Eglin Air Force Base. That woman got plugged by Rogan. I exposed her. Now these clowns that I exposed are pushing her. What a coincidence.
Where I feel like there's a little pushback, like, yeah, but what are your solutions? And it's like, well, yeah, like, the solution is direct action. It's not to just be like, well, let's elect more unit turners, let's elect more UCs, let's elect more blah, blah, blah. Because that hasn't done anything for us. It hasn't done anything for the people in Palestine. It hasn't done anything for anybody. So if you're still talking about electoral politics, this and that, I think fine, but then talk about everything else. Talk about what's behind the scenes of the electoral political game, because now it's just a game. Everything else that's happening behind the scenes is far more important. So let's get into it.
Gavin and Zach from the what is it called, the Vanguard? Mm-hmm. They got questions. Reach out to us. We'd love to come on your show and talk about them. And those people we mentioned, we'd like to see them on your show. The Jason Burmis, the Last American Vagabonds, the Whitney Webbs. We like to talk about subjects that aren't necessarily talked about on all the independent media.
Well, none of these people will touch election integrity. Like we're I would say like the experts on election integrity, but like a lot of these people they won't touch it. They're like, no, like that's like a right wing talking point. And that just tells me like, okay, well you're scared to go in that route, and that's fine. It's not everybody's like it's hard to talk about that unless you know what you're talking about. So, but have others that will talk about that.
And don't be afraid to dive in there and listen and get there. I've been listening to some Annie Jacobsen. That's who Jason and Steve Poikonen and the Last American Vagabond, they all recommend Annie Jacobsen. They talk about her. Some amazing stuff. Learn about what DARPA is, how it was created. And it's very important because sometimes it's just not okay to talk about what's going on the surface level. You got to go down the rabbit hole to see what's going on, because that's going to determine why we're doing things on the surface. And it's very important to do that. But we have to talk about the truth about AOC, don't we, man?
Yeah, okay, so we know.
Right when I cut it off, Fiorella's starting to talk about the mask falling off of AOC. I don't know about that, but the mask is definitely off of these Disinfo shills working for police and law enforcement in the U.S. military and the Five Eyes. Their footage was used for the Sicknick arrest, the bear spray thing. The big break came with that German in Venice video showing Convo Couch doctored their film. Lori Jones was walking away, yet they presented it as if she was talking with Johnny. They got noticed by German in Venice, or his nephew, and they got the hell out of there. They got out of the view of German in Venice. Now these shows are taking phone calls. No one's calling up, though, except for themselves and their fake, a few fakes. They got nothing. They're exposed. They're going with the myself as an obscure person. They wish to hell I was tied in with those kooks. We've read the documents or whatever that's called. Those people can also F off. I don't believe in them either. There's always some convenient straw man opposition to the controlled opposition. And if by chance someone went to the Convo Couch video on that audio I just took, you'll see that Fiorella was reading off of a script. It's bizarre. She's got acting experience. I am pretty much done covering these people. I just wanted to repeat once again that they did not get away with it. There's a little bit of audio of Poinkinen I wanted to share right here. He basically admitted that he lies. Check this out, it's funny. He tells some story, and then he says, I'm not lying on this one. I think that's what he said, something like that. We'll go to the audio and get it exactamundo.
Yeah, and you know what, dude? That'll get you a charge in New Orleans, or it would at the time, that was interfering with the flight path of a pigeon. I'm not making that up. I'm not. Dude had like 18-inch Liberty spikes, but that was the charge he got.
See? I wasn't lying. He said something like, I'm not lying this time. I'm actually fully into my stamp special interest. I've got a lot of stamps from over the years. I'm going after them one last time to decide what stays, what remains. They're all going to have clean backsides, unless they're the unfortunate hinged remnant type stamp from before 1940, in which there was plausible deniability for hinging the stamp, so most of them still provide a value, despite the hinge. But anyway, I'm going through all of them and making sure they're all nice and clean. No mold, no wood bugs, no brownish toning. The hydrogen peroxide works pretty good. The key is to not leave it in there too long. It's not bleach. It's called a bleaching agent, but that just means it cleans. It eats away at the bacteria, all that crap. For that thing, I recommend just practice on the lower valued stamps first. That's how you become a stamp collector. I'm into the salvage type hunting of stamps. I don't know what the point would be for a rich person simply buying them all, simply cheating. Say like you're LeBron James, you get money to the yin yang, you could buy every stamp, I bet, and still have 10 years of career money left. I'm not sure on that. I'm not the kind of savant who can do incredible math within the noggin. I can't say, back in July 17th, 1953, that was a Wednesday. No, I don't do that. I get more tangible, sociable, autistic savant skills. That's why I keep making videos. I taught myself how to sing. I accomplished that. I had lost my eyesight. It was pretty much done. I was letting it heal from cataract surgery. There were nuclear fragments. It was chaos for sight. So then I just tapped into the inner sound of singing. I think I can sing pretty good. And the funniest part of that is those were all in one take. I just wing it. I find the lyrics. I find the song. I can listen to the song and sing along with the original vocalist. I find Bowie kind of easy to sing. I think I might be done singing. I'm not going to be done singing. I can't say that, even though I just did. I don't feel compelled to sing. I don't feel compelled to make any videos. I could go on and on about that backwater network. I'm still sort of feeling an addicted nudge to check them out, but I'm really not doing that too much. It's just so annoying. Turns into a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week thingy. It's almost as if they're trying to get me to not stop caring, but I don't. I mean, they're doing weird edit cuts on Shanda, on Roar Media. She can't control her jaw. So they're editing it out. It's so obvious. That woman, Allie, she's sort of cute, or she would have been cute, but her face is completely wrecked. I don't know from what. I can go on and on. I think Poinkinen is drinking kratom through that thermos. I saw you can turn that crap into tea. Shanda is in a kratom. It's a heroin substitute, apparently. So that's what I think Poinkinen's up to. It can cause delusions. So maybe that's where he came up with that working for Chris Hayes nonsense. Oh yeah, that's the other bit of audio that I wanted to share here. I'm going to go right to it right now. Or I already did that. I forgot that I had already taken care of that. Then I quickly remembered. Now what do I do? How do I end this? That's that. I'm busy. I got a life. There's really not anything going on. I noticed some trends. There's some scary random violence going on out there in the real world. That's scary. I said that already. In regards to waking up each and every day, checking into the news and caring, that's done. It's true that the medium is dead. The medium, whatever it is, TV, music, the cords are severed from we the people to the deep state, so to speak. I expose them. They're everywhere. You gotta be absolutely insane to think any of that's real. I rant against it because I care that much to let it be known how rigged and fake this internet is. And I mean specifically Jardula, Fiorella. That Johnny guy's gone. I never see him around anymore. They got Oz on the ones and twos. What the hell does that even mean? So you see, I can go on, and I'm only pulling out little bits and pieces. The problem with Asperger's is you end up perseverating. That's things become intrusive. They go on repeat. Here's a little weird thing that happened that I'll end on. I hadn't made a video until today. It'd been about a week. I did leave a comment on the Asperger woman's channel, the adult Asperger woman, Kay. I mentioned how I had found the word misophonia. That was yesterday. And then today in the Daily Mail for headlines, there's an article on misophonia. Is it a coincidence? I don't know what's going on sometimes, where it doesn't seem like a coincidence. I mean, how many times can coincidences keep happening until one wonders whether it is? They make fake websites, they make fake personas. Who's to say they can't make a fake feed to individuals to gaslight us? I get a comment from Jenna Beck, the Orange County Bernie bot woman. I guess I should respond to it, but it's a little late. She's showing up like a month or whatever after I already gave up on Autumn's Sword and I gave up on reading the documents and all that crap. Talk about gaslighting. We had agreed to disagree on his channel that we weren't going to talk up Noam Chomsky. Emma said Norm Chomsky. It's a long backstory to that. But no, then he says on my channel, bringing in Noam Chomsky. So this is how they gaslight. They know that my history is that I have no tolerance for wackadoo nonsense. That's why I exposed Annie Jacobsen. And that's pretty much what we'll close on. We're going to stop right there by going full circle back to the Annie Jacobsen is a paid fake, and that these people are now pushing Annie Jacobsen. It's weird. That's what I mean about all these coincidences keep adding up. At what point is it okay to wonder if something isn't a coincidence? That it was deliberate? That it's called gaslighting. I'll leave it at that. I don't know what I'll blog on next or when I will get to blogging. I'm quite happy with my eyesight. I'm thrilled that the summer is here. I'm now off to edit, schmedit, figure out some type of video for the background. I do have some videos I downloaded from days ago, stuff on or a week ago. I've got some video I downloaded about a week ago, but then I quit. I am quitting. I quit that racket pretty much. I know I made a new one on them today, but I'm not making them so steadily. And I barely made this one today. I'm just saying I'm moving on. I'm going to see the world. I'm stepping out. I'm just checking in to let people know I'm doing okay. And I appreciate that you care. I care about you. Unless, of course, you're the bad guy. I already went through that in a previous video. If you're a good guy, then, or gal, I wish you well. If you're a bad person, if you're a Disinfo show, for example, you go F off. That's how this works. They were exposed. Now they're acting as if they weren't exposed. I thank them for that. I wish them luck with that, because it's not going to work. Exposed means exposed. This has been the Tokyo Shemp News Network. That's the way it is for May 25th, 2021.